Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you which is about somebody that likes to think that most of the time they're right, but they know they went too far. They know they lost their temper. They know they said something they shouldn't have, and that you might be pretty frustrated with them, wonder, why they ended up having to have such a I don't know, it's like things just escalated 0 to 60 really quickly. So I do think we've got an apology coming in, somebody who feels like they need to explain the context and obviously clear the air with you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchester. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Nathaniel. What's up, Famous Seamus? If you'd like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. Hey, Peggy. In the description box, you can find my email address right at the top. And then right below that, you can find the link to join the memberships for the channel. Thank you to the current members. And I think we're going to start off with the Wild Reflections Tarot. What else do we need? King of Wands and the 10 of Cups in the reverse with the 9 of Wands. We've got some anger that was routed incorrectly. I took something out on you that I shouldn't have. And with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, I feel like this is somebody who felt like they didn't belong or they weren't good enough or felt like they'd been rejected by, it feels like a group. It could be, I'm having family issues, so I was rude at work, or it could be, I got fired, so I took it out on my partner. But this is, I feel like I'm out of place or like things have changed in a way that really upset me. And that made me a little bit too quick to respond in an angry fashion. So the 9 of Wands is somebody who has felt defensive, felt like they had to, it's like they were paranoid or they were looking for things that people were saying and scanning them for reasons to be offended. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, but their anger or frustration with you evaporated pretty quickly. And they realized that they had said some things they didn't want to say or didn't mean. King of Swords in the reverse, 2 of Cups. This is someone who's been kind to me. This is someone who I care about. And here I went and cussed them out. Totally didn't need to do that. There was no justification for it. I was having a bad day and I took it out on you. Remember that the 2 of Cups can talk about a deep spiritual connection, a love, a soulmate. But soulmates can also be friends, right? 2 of Cups can also talk about a close friendship. Hello, April. How are you doing? I'm proud of you, Famous Seamus. Peggy, I think I owe you a monthly 3-card pull, don't I? Well, it's always good to see you. Hello, Laura. What's going on? All right, so we've got the 10 of Swords, the Magician in the reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I think this is someone who's been dealing with multiple struggles simultaneously. Keep getting, difficulties from the boss, or I keep having arguments with my in-laws, or my insurance rates just went up. This is somebody who feels beleaguered, or, everything's just happening all at once. And then because I feel a bit powerless with the Magician in the reverse, I ended up lashing out at you, or I said some things I really shouldn't have. They feel bad. They genuinely feel bad. There's a concern that you may not be interested in making amends, that you may feel this is just who they are and you're over it. So they do have a sense of urgency here. If I don't make things right, if I don't apologize soon, then you're going to think that I feel like it was okay that I treated you that way. And I really don't feel that way. I do think it's necessary to make clear that I messed up, like that I take accountability for it. All right. This is the truth is. Hey, Rachel. Hello, Michael. Hello, Juliet. How we doing? Hello, Selena. What's going on? Children are involved or soon will be. We could have somebody that is expecting a child, and that could be part of the stress. We have loyalty. Your partner only has eyes for you. We could have an irrational, like lashing out at somebody because you're paranoid about whether or not somebody is trying to take what's yours. Flirting with your partner, perhaps. But this was unfounded. We have wasting time. The one you love is afraid to commit. I think we have some projection happening here. I'm going to go with the Black Tarot. What else do we have? Hey, Diesel. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Corey. How's your weekend? 8 of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Cups and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So the number 8 is important. Yeah. Someone's coming back around. They feel like maybe they need to bring you a gift, maybe some flowers, maybe your favorite candy, some little token of appreciation because they said some things they shouldn't have. With the 8 of Wands in the reverse, it's like I can't move quickly enough to try to get things figured out. The thing is, why do I have this nagging suspicion that they're apologizing to you for lashing out about something that you didn't do because they've been going through a lot of stress, but it feels like what they're mad at you for doing that you didn't do is something they're doing. Judgment, 4 of Wands, 10 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I think this is somebody who's under a lot of pressure because they have something. This 4 of Wands is a milestone. So I'm about to have a child, or I'm about to get married, or, get promoted. This is like I'm so focused on getting everything right for that, and things haven't been easy for me. I just feel like this is somebody who lost their temper because they're stressed, but that's not the only thing they really need to be apologizing for. You're like, the apology is genuine. They don't want to continue this behavior, but there's more that they're not apologizing for that they should. Seems like a more serious apology, actually. Hello, Joanna. How's your day going? Good. I'm glad you have today to hopefully to relax. How are the kitties doing? Hello, James. Hello, Michael. How's it going? The Sun in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I really feel like this person's apologizing for what you know they've done, but as far as like losing their temper, but they actually should be apologizing for what they accused you of doing. Okay, that's a little rough. 9 of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Cups. Yeah, whoever has lost their temper over something, and it could be, I can't believe you flirted with my man, I can't believe you flirted with my girlfriend, or I can't believe you hit on somebody that you know I have a crush on. Whatever they're mad about and accusing someone else of doing, they themselves are doing. It's either a close friendship or like, you know, you're my brother, my sister, or this is like a relationship where I'm accusing someone of cheating, but actually I'm the one who's doing that. King of Cups, 4 of Cups. Yeah, this is anxiety and stress because I feel like what I've done, how I express my emotions or how I lost my temper could actually end up in my relationship ending. So we could have somebody who's apologizing because they feel like if they don't, they'll get in trouble with their partner or even like a boss. This is not as like it comes across as a small item or like I lost my temper, I need to apologize, but it's deeper than that, and they don't want to admit that there are other like layers to this problem between the two of you. I hope that goes as well as it can for you. Magnetic, unexplainable pull, can't resist. Poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors or people, and done, completion, lesson learned. I feel like the person who got yelled at, what are we going to call you? We'll call you the Knight of Swords, is they get yelled at by the King of Wands, right? The King of Wands is the person who is being disingenuous. They're sorry. They actually are sorry that they lost their temper, but they're not sorry enough to actually tell you what they've been up to and apologize for that. Hey, I'm yelling at you for flirting with my spouse, but I did the same thing last weekend with your spouse. Isn't it the craziest thing? It's like they don't want to really have integrity. They just want the appearance of it. Thank you, Rachel. Hi, Laura. How's it going? Hello, Johnny. What's happening? Realization threatened. Oh, okay. This is how it unravels, I guess. I don't know if you can hear the rumble. Apparently, we're going to get a little bit of a storm here. Magnetic realization. Now I'm realizing because you've apologized and you lost your temper that there's actually something else going on here. Now I realize that you're in this Ten of Swords energy, like everything's overwhelming, or I feel like everything is wrong, or I'm paranoid about other people because you're doing that to somebody else, because you're out here not having learned the lesson that you expect other people to have learned. So I do think this is probably a social community. We might see the garden card come out from this, which is number 20. It feels to me like we have a couple of pairs. Could be a workplace. A couple of pairs, but these are people who are probably in a relationship. And there's flirting that has happened in a couple of situations that cross over into different relationships. But we have projection going on here. I'm accusing you of something that I've done. and then apologizing for accusing you. 34, the fish, 15, the bear, and 17, the stork. Someone's going to have a baby. I have my suspicions that that baby is going to reveal some things. Oh, Lord. Snake. I literally just rewatched the original Snake dude, the snake hat thing. I'm a snake. So I lose my temper. I freak out over somebody flirting with my partner. How rude it is. It's so disrespectful. We're in a relationship. How could you? And then it's going to be revealed later on that that person who lost their temper, the King of Wands, has done the same thing. This could be somebody who is not planning on having a child that has a child, or this could be questions around who actually fathered a child. This one's going to be a little bit juicy. Hello, AJ. How are you doing? Oh, sorry about that, AJ. I always feel guilty about that. You like it, Redbeard. Don't lie. Did I say hello to James yet? I think I did. Hello, Steven. How's it going? Wow, we've got another Ace of Swords in the reverse. We just had the Ace of Swords in the reverse right here, and it was clarifying the Ace of Cups. This is somebody who is being misleading or kind of putting on an act regarding who they're in love with or who they're interested in. This could also be about somebody who's pretending to be a friend, apologizing for something, even as they may be doing the very thing they just accused you of doing. Either way, I don't trust the apologizer, which is not normally how it goes. Especially because they actually do feel bad about losing their temper. I just don't think they feel bad about the other thing they're doing, which I got to be honest, I do feel like this is talking about naked time outside of a relationship, probably with a friend's partner. Let's just put out there, by the way, that tarot readings should be confirmation of your intuition. You would already have suspicion of this. It should not be the impetus or the moment where you're like, oh, of course, that's what's going on. No, you would already have some clues, right? That's awesome. Hello, France. How are you doing? We've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress in the reverse, and the Fool. You guys, this is making me uncomfortable. I think we've got somebody who is not pregnant by their partner, and it's going to be discovered that it's someone else who actually is the father in the friend group, or maybe even an in-law. Lord. Hierophant in the reverse, outside of the marriage. Ten of Swords. Okay, so it initially looked like it was going to be the Ten of Swords in the upright, and then it kind of slid into the reverse, which makes me feel like this is, I tried to stop, but I couldn't. I went back for more. The whole why can't I quit you? I've never seen that movie, so I don't know if I say it right, but did I do it right? Oh my God, I was just going to say it's a Jerry Springer show. For real. In case you want a little factoid, my favorite insult from the audience members in a Jerry Springer show. Does that make it seem like I've seen all of them? I really haven't, but was when a guy got up and said, yeah, for the guy, I don't know, in the blue shirt, why do you look like a thumb? So I always look for opportunities to use that. Ah, yes, it's because the name is different. Yeah, Redbeard, you know her. Six of Swords in the reverse and the Sun. Ugh. I'm just going to say this is a baby that's going to be very clearly not the product of a marriage, but rather of a cheating situation. Just does not look like the father. Well, assumed father. Probably looks like the real father. It could be a little boy. The sun generally indicates masculine energy. Like there's literally a little boy. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting. Okay. Whoever the mother claims is the father is not the father. Fool, Page of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's being naive, believing it because they want to, but things are going to. It's like it kind of feels to me like there's going to be a moment in the doctor's office where it's a very uncomfortable conversation. I know you'd like to think that you are the father of this child, but blood tests show that you're not. Sorry. Different like genealogy, different traits, different, things that you inherit that indicate that this is a different like structure or DNA or background or whatever you want to call it. This is the Meta Muse. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How we doing? A little bit. So we've got the moon, secret lovers. Wow. Yeah, definitely a love affair that people felt like they had to keep secret. I know I shouldn't, but I still want to be with this person. And I tried to back away, or I tried to like not be attracted to this person, but I couldn't help myself is their explanation. Magnetic pull. Irresistible. The Fool in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. I've received multiple indications, or like my gut has told me like multiple times, like I should probably stop seeing this person. This is going to blow up in my face. This is going to be a problem. Why would I do this? And yet they continue to invest. They continue to see this person. They continue to make this decision, right? It's not an accident. It's a choice. King of Cups. Somebody got pregnant. The things I see in my brain that I cannot adequately or like, still have ads on YouTube explain to you. I'm just going to say this was like a multi-city tour, okay? This is like not just a one-night stand. This is, I had a crush on you. I felt a pull to flirt with you, and multiple times horizontal mambo was achieved. It might not have been horizontal, you guys. It's all right. Five of Swords, Tower, LOL, and Princess of Swords. In the reverse, though. See, I feel like there was flirtations, decided to step out, cheated, and then something freaked me out. Oh my gosh, my partner was looking through my phone. Thankfully, they didn't see anything. Or, oh my gosh, like, thank God you like jumped out through the window and they didn't see you, like super cliche. And still, even after like a little break, these two still kept coming back together, finding an opportunity for their little romantic trysts. One thing leads to another. Oh no. Well, it's like that sometimes. Hello, Matt. How's it going? Hello, DeMarco. We've got the Tree of Life card, which is what I always am looking for when I grab the Meta Muse deck. but this is a very difficult lesson that's going to be learned by this person or these people who have been losing their temper. Maybe it's both of them, but we've got consequences because you haven't been honest about what actually happened, and you felt like you didn't have to regret it. You felt like you were getting away with something, basically. So the universe is like, okay, well, we're going to put you in a situation where you learn your lesson, because you are clearly refusing to do so, even though we've been like sending you messages and trying to make it easy for you to make the right decision. You still didn't. Thank you. This is the Egyptian tarot. 5 of Pentacles, the World, 10 of Cups. There could be some questions on, okay, so like if we haven't really been getting along very well, I don't understand how there's a baby on the way. For others of you, this is somebody who starts looking into, I want to say this is a partner who feels like maybe there is a concern that there has been someone, stepping out on them. So they're looking for signs. And this argument, or this, like, I really want to apologize for losing my temper. However, that falls within the community. I feel like somebody else is like, maybe that's projection. That could be kind of like the tipping point where someone starts saying, I think there might be something going on between those two. Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords. I think that argument starts to kind of hint at what's going on, and then we have somebody who is, it's like they're playing Clue. They're trying to figure out who done it. And it could be kind of like from a removed situation, like just another friend in the group, or it could be somebody who's actually concerned that it's their partner making this decision. We do have the 8 of Swords. So I think this is like only a matter of time before I can figure out who this is. To be honest, this kind of feels like someone's doing paternity tests. Interesting. Or like comparing photos, like, okay, here's this person. Is it them? No, not quite. Wrong jaw. 4 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a cost. I think there's a relationship that's about to end because of the discovery of an affair that resulted in a child. What's the saying? You and me plus a baby makes 3. I think that's what it is. 3 of Pentacles. I feel like we've got like process of elimination. Okay, if it's not them, then it's them. If it's not them, then it's them. Okay, now we figured it out. Chariot in the reverse. I think there's a relationship that ends, maybe even 2, because the testing that happens on a child reveals who the actual father is and indicates that somebody has not been faithful during their marriage. This is the character oracle. Hey, King the Eagle, how's it going? What else? Captain. Navigator of destiny, voyage, leadership, decision-making, objective. The Fool, ignorance, rashness, impulsiveness. So we have somebody who is seen as very reliable, or, like top-notch business person, leader. Maybe they're even seen as like a pillar of the community because of their family life. But this is someone who's seen as, you got your ish together, right? Oh, except for that thing you did. This is like incongruent. People don't expect that person to have made this decision. This person could be well educated. We've got the lawyer card, keeper of justice, law, cases, defense, advisor, or they're very adept at judging others and excusing their own behavior. Let's see. This is the Gypsy Oracle. What else? Surprise in the reverse. Soldier in the reverse. Yo, today's readings got me like dropping my jaw. It's great. Slight pivot. I think whoever has been told they have a child on the way knew it wasn't theirs from the beginning. I think this person may not be capable of fathering a child or felt like it was impossible. That's what I'm seeing, the little soldier in the reverse thing. And surprise in the reverse. This is like, okay, well, I know it's not mine, so this will be interesting. Haughtiness in the reverse. I do think that people have noticed the person who's supposed to be expecting a child with their partners not very like proud or excited about it. But they've kept a little bit of a mask on because reasons, right? Multiple reasons. Misfortune in the reverse. They don't view it as misfortune because it's a way for them to figure out what's been going on. Got wedding. This could be an affair that happens with someone who was in like the bridal party. We've got melancholy in the reverse. I mean, to be honest, this could be two people who are in a relationship. They don't really like each other. And the person who is supposed to be the father is just kind of like gleefully looking forward to their partner being exposed as a cheater. Like, why get married? if that's where we're at. Why stay married even? Thank you, Rachel. Hello, Lemonade. How are you doing? This is the Wild Unknown. Four of Cups in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune. I think this is a way for someone to have a more gratifying outcome to divorce proceedings. I think this is, I want to see my current partner have this child and then be able to prove that it's not mine. And then divorce will be easier because it'll be clear where I can prove that this person cheated on me. You guys, I can't. The audacity. So many people acting wild. Emperor in the reverse. I can't control you, but what I can control is when I tell you that I know what's going on. And if I control that, if I can keep up a little bit of an act, it'll be much better for my pocketbook. Oh, Lemonade, I need to be doing that. Oh, you know what? That's actually not fair. I did already do a load of laundry. What's up? Four of Pentacles. Someone is walking on eggshells, delaying a rejection or an ending or a divorce because to them it's in their favor to let the pregnancy play out or have some way to prove that they shouldn't have to be splitting their assets maybe. Another Fool in the reverse. Father or King of Pentacles in the reverse. That's why I chose this deck totally. Father instead of King is what this Wild Unknown tarot deck does. It's in the reverse. I know I'm not the father. So remember I said someone, it's like they're kind of naive. This is an act. I'm letting everybody think that I'm like, oh, this is, yeah, it's great. Yeah, whatever. That nothing's wrong. Everything is, just kind of like whatever. Maybe I'm stressed because there's a lot of things going on, but I know that that's not my child. I know all of this is just like, fake. Now we have the Father of Wands in the reverse, which would be the King of Wands in the reverse, anger, right? This person is hiding or masking their anger. There's definitely a lot of resentment under the surface in this social group, a lot of competition or rivalry or grudges that have been carried around like they're cute little puppies. Hey, Brewer Kings, how are you doing? You're right. I agree with that, AJ. Eight of Cups in the reverse. I think we've got someone using a person's words, their own words against them. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse in, I think, the context of a divorce. We have Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the Five of Wands. There's a family unit that's being broken down because there is competition or somebody else that got involved, and now there is a child that indicates quite clearly that someone stepped up. So we might have gotten the lawyer card because somebody is proving what's going on to a lawyer so they can apply a prenup, for example. This is the Energy Oracle. What else do we have? The Thinking Man. Strategy. I know I could lose my temper now, or I could accuse someone right now, but the thing is, it is financially beneficial for me to wait until I can actually prove that this little happy family act that's going on isn't accurate. Somebody is just lying. But I'll speak my truth or tell my story at the right time. Until then, I have to put on a little bit of an act and pretend that I'm really excited about this, but I know that it's not mine. Alexa, play Billie Jean. All right. I don't actually have Alexa, so don't worry, you guys. Never would really either. I like her. I'm going to go eat some food. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and thank you to the members. Hello, Hope. How's it going? I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.